Hey troops, how's everybody doing today? It's Mother's Day. I know it's a stressful time, but what I wanted to offer is just a few things that are helping me get along mentally, physically as well. And I think whatever you do today should be a mixture of clearing your mind and your body. They work together, and certainly some physical activity always helps with your anxiety. I'm sure we're all quite anxious. So one of the things I'm doing is, you look over here, I made a garden, tomato garden, with some peppers, string beans, and what's nice is my plan is to go to people's doors when I can and just give them baskets of tomatoes and vegetables. It's very relaxing. It's also, I'm a Brooklyn boy, and but even in Brooklyn, they always had small little gardens. My wife's father, Italian guy, and he had the best tomatoes in the world, and I'm trying to follow what he did. Chopping up some vegetables, putting them in there, and singing O Solo Mio, or sing to them, sounds ridiculous, but I'm a polygraph examiner, and the father of all polygraph, Cleve Baxter, when he retired, he just hooked up devices to plants, and actually they find that talking and singing and stuff to them actually make them grow better, a better crop. The other thing I'm doing, trying to do while I'm gardening, is I have a good buddy of mine, this guy Eddie. He works in Busch Gardens, and he's the guy that if an alligator has to be moved, or a tiger, whatever, he's the guy that does it. And he taught all the people that work around him ergonomics. And ergonomics is really the most efficient way to do any movement at all. And you can practice it any time. So if you're gardening, for instance, if you're working with a shovel, you make sure that wherever direction you are, you bend your knees, you use your full body, right? You do these things, so you come down in a way like this, right? And of course, you can practice your martial arts like this, martial arts, gardening tools were always weapons used by martial artists, so you can do that as well, just to keep your mind occupied during these crazy times. Remember the old saying, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than being a gardener in a war. So what I like to do now is I put together something. If you just follow me. Follow me. We're going to go head towards my Zen garden, which look at the garden up there. Together brings me a little peace, and it's something I can work on. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to offer this little gift to everybody. It's something I learned from a performance from John Denver. Now, John Denver is one of my favorite entertainers, and I think he was an incredible human being. He was one of the first environmentalists. He was a great singer-songwriter. He was an actor. He went to the bottom of the ocean with Jacques Cousteau, and he climbed the highest mountains in the Himalayas, went across the continental divide on horseback, and eventually died testing out jet. He was a test pilot for jets. He owned an experimental jet where he died in hell of a man. But his son was half American Indian, and he had learned sign language. And the Plains Indians, when they needed to communicate with each other, they spoke many different languages. In fact, even some tribes would have different languages among the tribes. So when they got together and they needed to communicate one tribe to another, they would use sign language. And I'm going to show something that I learned that I think, I thought it was beautiful. And it's the Lord's Prayer, but in sign language. So, ow. Start like this. Ow, all of it. Father. Mother would be the breast. Our Father who art in heaven. Now, hallowed, they didn't really have a name of hallowed. It's or holy. So what they do, they use when the mind meets the spirit. The mind meets the spirit. So, hallowed be thy name. What is your name? Katcha. What do you call? So, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom, they didn't really have something for kingdom, so what they did was put holy of the kingdom. Thy kingdom come. Thy, they didn't have something for will, so it would be the way. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. It's kind of pretty cool. On earth, all of earth, the same as heaven. Give us today our daily bread. It's like loaves of bread. Give us today our daily bread. And forgive us, all of us, forgive us of our trespasses. Now, there is no real word for sins or trespassing, so what they did is they said, a person stealing from you on the cover of night, stealing from you. Forgive our trespasses as we forgive trespasses of those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. Temptation's got to be this way. This way. Lead us not into temptation. And deliver us from evil. Evil you got to cast out evil. You can't cast it behind you. Very bad luck. Cast out evil. Deliver us from evil. For thy kingdom, power, always the case, power, and the glory, forever, to be the Son, going down. God. I did it the best I can. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it took your mind off things for a little while. It's a sign of hope. We're all going to need hope in the future, but hope is the most important tool we have. Hope, faith that the future will be okay. These are our tools. This is what's going to let everybody get through this, with dignity. Hopefully, there'll be some good things. The world's going to reset itself. Maybe people won't think so much about things, possessions. Really think about each other a little bit more. Think about what's important. Everything has a reason. Perhaps, it's horrible, but I think we'll all come out much stronger. So troops, take care. And, I'll probably do something next week just to keep me from going nuts. And we'll see you then.